Now, your forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, good evening to you. Temperature is still a little warm out there tonight. You can feel the mugginess in the atmosphere with readings in the upper 70s still. What's your current temperature? 78 degrees. There's a front that's trying to move its way through, and it's also bringing a little bit of rain to parts of western and southern Illinois. These showers trying to work their way in, having a tough time doing so. A lot of them kind of falling apart. But we are anticipating these showers to eventually get in here as we head into the day tomorrow. So it's another one of those wipers on, lights on, as rain showers can be around there through the midday and afternoon hours. And we're talking about those showers around for that morning commute and maybe even the evening commute as well. We'll talk more about that in your forecast. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
He was Illinois' most winningest men's basketball coach. How many are remembering the late Lou Henson?
They knew what was coming probably, but to hear it is still going to be a punch in the stomach.
High school fall sports won't all be played in the fall this year. What coaches and players have to say about that announcement.
I don't know, it's so awful.
Libraries are open to people both young and old. Why one is changing the rules about how some can get in.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
February. I don't care if there's 10 foot of snow on the ground when we start practice.
The IHSA announces some fall sports will be played while others are moving to the spring and summer. Good evening, I'm Jessica Coons. That's just one of our top stories tonight. We are also following the passing of Illinois legend Lou Henson. We have team coverage tonight. WCIA 3 Sports Director Brett Behrens is here with us, and WCIA 3's Marley Weirda is live in front of the State Farm Center. First to Brett. Brett, news a lot of people were waiting for today.
There is no doubt about that. The IHSA is moving forward with a plan to play sports, but it will not look the same. Football is moving to the spring, along with boys soccer and volleyball, while other sports like cross country and golf are staying put in the fall. All sports will play shortened seasons. For instance, football is expected to be just a 6 to 7 week regular season. No guarantees either for state series or tournaments. It will happen on a sport-by-sport basis. And several fall sports are moving. Football, boys soccer, volleyball, like we mentioned, baseball, softball, track and field, and girls soccer are next summer. Tuscola football coach Andy Romine says he's just happy the kids are getting a chance to compete.
Number one is their safety. Number two is providing them an opportunity to play if they can play. And I'm just telling you, over the years, I can't count on two hands the number of kids that we have who would not have graduated from high school without playing high school athletics. It's that important to a lot of kids. I think people miss out on that a little bit and don't understand that. But there are kids in our school every day who just won't be there without it.
Romine was not happy with Governor Pritzker singling out Tuscola during his briefing this afternoon. Romine says there have been no positive cases on his team that he knows of. The governor unveiled new restrictions for recreational sports in the state, including high school and youth, separating them into levels based on contact. Jess?
A lot of adjustments for coaches to make here moving forward. All right, Brett, thanks. Athletes were waiting in anticipation for this decision. Some are sad to hear their season was postponed. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen talked to a senior about how this will affect their last year of high school sports.
Disappointment set in for athletes when IHSA pushed back the football, volleyball, and soccer seasons to the spring because of the pandemic.
We knew it probably wasn't going to be work out, but we all just wanted to play.
It's Kayana Berlatsky's senior year at Rantoul Township High School. This year was her last chance to play volleyball, softball, and basketball.
For a lot of people, junior year is your year to get recruited, but senior year, that's your time to shine, I guess. And a lot of people are looking at you, but if you can't play, then no one's going to look at you, and that makes it hard for a lot of people to get into those college sports.
The effects of the pandemic haven't stopped.
You can graduate early, and so a lot of them are planning to play sports in the fall, but they can't anymore since they're going to be gone in the spring.
Looking beyond this year, if the pandemic continues, Berlatsky says reality is setting in as she thinks about the future of sports.
It could all just get canceled. We may not have a season for anything, which would suck. But I don't see them pushing it back any further if the pandemic continues through spring. I feel like it's just going to be over.
In the meantime, between now and when the delayed season starts, coaches say they'll keep doing workouts and practices. GCMS football coach Mike Allen had to break the news of IHSA's announcement to his team.
You know, the IHSA was in a bad spot with this decision. No one would want to be in that position to make that decision. But this is a tough thing for the kids to handle. They're used to doing things. They're accustomed to, in the fall they have this, in the winter they have that, and they prepare for it.
He says this will be a lesson for all athletes.
As coaches, we always say, hey, how are you going to handle adversity? Well, we're about to get a very good test on that.
Reporting, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Parents were also worried about what today's announcement would look like. Some wondered if sports would happen at all, but are excited to hear seasons are still happening, even if they look different. We talked with the parent of a senior golfer. Golf, as a reminder, is still on for this fall.
You know, I thought it was fair. I'm glad they didn't cancel everything and that they postponed things so that everyone hopefully will get their season in.
Parents of football players say they're happy a season is still happening as well, for seniors because it's their last year, and for juniors because it's an important year to make a name for yourself. Now to our other top story tonight. Illini Nation is mourning the loss of legendary basketball coach Lou Henson tonight. He died peacefully at his home on Saturday and was laid to rest during a private ceremony this morning. WCIA3's Marley Weirda live outside of the State Farm Center tonight in Champaign. Marley, quite a display behind you there.
That's absolutely right, Jessica. The State Farm Center is just shining orange and blue in memory of Lou Henson, the Illinois basketball icon. Now, earlier today, the scene looked a little bit different. There was a memorial set up for him with an orange blazer, and that blazer was just iconic for him. He wore it during his career, throughout his retirement, when he would come and watch Illinois games. So, of course, the coat was iconic, but his legacy means so much more to the Illini fans that were here to see the Henson era of Illinois basketball, and we spoke to some of them today.
Hardly missed a basketball game while I was here, and he just ran a really first-class program and led a really wonderful life.
Hard work, honorable behavior, and he brought the Illini almost to the promised land.
Almost to the promised land. A lot for Illini fans to cheer about back then. Henson led the Illini to a dozen NCAA tournament appearances, including a Final Four. But, of course, he was remembered for so much more than what he did accomplish on the court. And we'll have more on that coming up later in the newscast in sports. But for now, Jessica, we'll send it back to you.
Certainly quite a legacy there. All right, Marley, thank you. Again, we will have that continuing coverage later in sports, and you can keep up with the latest info and stories with the IHSA and other breaking news by downloading our WCIA3 News app. Other news tonight, the governor says rising numbers of COVID cases could undo the progress Illinois has made. He says 6 regions now have positivity rates above 5%. If a region has 3 days of a positivity rate at or above 8%, tougher restrictions will be put in place. Region 4 in downstate is being watched carefully because it has a positivity rate of 7.8%. Now, across the state, the 7-day positivity rate stands at 3.8%. In Region 6, which is Macon County and East, the rate is 3%. In Region 3, which is the western part of central Illinois, that rate is at 4.1%. There are nearly 1,400 new COVID-19 cases in Illinois, bringing the total to more than 175,000. 18 more people have died from the virus. In total, there have been more than 7,400 deaths. We have an update from Decatur tonight. The mayor there officially signed the city's new emergency order after a rise in cases. This means liquor licenses will be pulled from businesses that don't follow guidelines from the state health department. As a reminder, those rules include a minimum of 6 feet between tables and no more than 10 at a table. Standing room can only have a maximum of 25% capacity. capacity, employees have to wear masks, and customers must wear masks at all times when they are not eating. Teaching in a mask will probably be new for most teachers, but not one woman. Why, she's been through this before. Plus, some kids go to the library after school until their parents get home, but that won't be an option for some of them anymore. And Champaign Schools released more details about its fall plan, why it has some bus drivers worried.